Hey guys, welcome back to the Very Really Good podcast, everybody. This is episode 270. I am back in my studio, man. We're back. We're so back, it's insane. A lot of people said I saw some articles online from people being like, "Oh, he's never coming back. It's never back. There's never a time where he's going to say we're back, but we're back." Okay, I'm more back than a friggin' than Australia, dude, because they got the outback. Yeah, dude. I'm back, dude. I would like to apologize. First and foremost, to the Very Really Good Patreon. I was on tour and it was very hard to do bonus episodes, but I'm recording one today, and I'm sorry, and it'll be up. It'll be up. Okay. I'm recording one after this episode. After I'm done this one, I'm doing two episodes back to back. This one, and then I'm doing a bonus one. Okay, so if you guys finish listening to this episode and you're like, "Dang, I wish I had one more episode to listen to," check out patreon.com/veryreallygood. It's so much fun over there. There's like 50 friggin' episodes on there, man. So yeah, you get access to all of those, and it's a good time, man. We got on the bonus episode. We're doing a deep dive, if you will. We're doing an investigation into Russell Hartley again, because there's some interesting developments with Russell Hartley, and we need to talk about it. So that'll be pretty much the entirety of the bonus episode. But yeah, other than that, guys, I have some shows coming up. I just announced some shows in the States. Okay, the reason there wasn't an episode for so long because I just did. I think, I'm trying to remember the number, I think 1 million shows in Europe and UK. That's exactly 1 million shows. And I'll talk about that in a second. But US, these are the rest of the US dates. These are the last dates, the last US dates of the Goodfellow World Tour, okay? This is it. If you live in the States and you want to see the Goodfellow World Tour, if you want to see this hour live, this is the last chance, okay? So these are the last U.S. dates I'm doing on this tour: Salt Lake City, Denver, Phoenix, Oklahoma City, San Antonio, Austin, Houston, Dallas, Nashville, Indianapolis, Columbus, Cleveland, San Francisco, Los Angeles, San Diego, Seattle, Portland, St. Louis, Milwaukee, and Philadelphia. Okay. So those are all the dates. All those tickets are available now. Tickets are friggin' they're flying, dude. They're like friggin' hot cakes, man. They're the hottest cakes you ever seen. Don't touch them. Don't. Yeah, you should go to my website. You can buy them there. Dude, when I remember, I don't know if anyone who's similar to my age will remember this, but dude, I used to have to go buy tickets to stuff. I used to have to go to the mall. I used to have to go to a Gene Machine, a store called Gene Machine at Lime Ridge Mall in Hamilton, Ontario. There is a store called Gene Machine. I don't know if it's still there. They sold jeans. They were kind of the Gene Machine, if you will. I don't think they actually created the jeans there. The word machine kind of implies that there's a jean factory in there. But no, it's a Gene Machine, and also you could buy tickets to concerts there. I only did it one time, but I walked into the Gene Machine, and then I remember the girl working was like, "Hey, do you need any help?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'm just here to buy concert tickets," and she was like, "Oh yeah, just go to the counter over there." And then, yeah, because I feel like, I guess that was before there was, like, online shit. Like, I think you could order, like, tickets online, but, like, you could still go to a physical store and do it. So I went to the counter and I was like, "Hey, could I buy 2 tickets?" Like, it's a box office, dude. She's, like, folding jeans, and I'm like, "Hey, can I buy a concert ticket?" And she's like, "Yeah, absolutely." She was wearing her casual outfit. She had to like duck down behind the counter. She changed into like a box office uniform. She popped back up and was like, "Yeah, how many tickets you need?" I was like, "I need 2 tickets to Is it Licky Lee or Likey Lee? How do you fucking say her name? I don't know. Licky Lee. I need 2 tickets to her because that was like, those were like a birthday gift for my like high school girlfriend. Yeah, she was like, yeah, no problem. And then I just like and ticket, dude. I remember tickets, $20 each. Insane. $20. I was like, okay, there's 2 20s. That's $40 for you. Here you go. Give me my change. You know, I didn't say keep the change because that's not, you know. And then keep the change in my hand. Put it there and keep it there. And then yeah, she gave me my tickets and I walked out of the Gene Machine. Isn't that pretty crazy, guys? Isn't that the craziest fucking story you've ever heard in your life? Isn't it? No, man. I'm rusty, dude. It's been a while since I've done this podcast. But now you don't have to do that. You don't have to go to Gene Machine to buy tickets for my show. You can just go to curtisconnor.com, click on this fucking city you want to go to, and it brings you to the site. You click on it, you put your couple taps, and you're in. All right? So, yeah. Those aren't the last dates of the Goodfellow World Tour, though, okay? There's a lot of, you know, there's one obvious place that I have not gone to yet, and I'm going there. Yeah, okay. I don't know if I never know what I'm allowed to say. People on my team are like, don't can't say it yet, but it's like, well, why? Am I going to get fucking assassinated in my podcast studio? If I say, oh, I'm going to this country, a little red dot appears on my head and it goes, Pew! That'd be stupid because then I wouldn't be able to do the shows. But yeah, shout out UK and Europe, man. Shit was goated, man. I loved it, man. Shout out to everybody who came to the shows all over UK and the EU and the European Union. Everybody was sick, man. It was awesome. I ate so much food. I think I gained like fucking 20 pounds on this tour, but you know what? I don't care because the food fucking tastes so good over there, dude. London shows, we did fucking 4 shows in London. Brighton, yo. Brighton's cool as fuck. I love that city. That was cool. I only had like maybe 2 hours to enjoy the city, but I liked those 2 hours a lot. It's good and bad to in like my tour schedule because I had like zero time to see all the cities. You know, we'd especially on this tour, we'd like do the show somewhere, go to bed, wake up, airport, fly to the next city. We'd have like maybe 2 hours to see it and then do the show. It was just a lot, so we didn't really have time to see the city. But at the same time, the less time you have in a city, the less time it has to like give you like a bad time, you know? Like it's pretty easy because I can kill it. Like 2 hours is pretty easy to kill. I nail that every time. If you give me a couple days somewhere in a city, I could find stuff that I don't like about it, you know? But everything was beautiful, man. Helsinki was sick. Everyone was just so like we got picked up in Finland. Just how culturally different it is really interesting. We got picked up in Finland by this sweet driver. I forget her name, but she was like, "Yeah, Finland. If nobody looks at you or talks to you, if they like ignore you, don't worry about it. Like that's just like culturally, that's us being nice to you because we don't like people. We don't like being bothered. We don't like being talked to." And I was like, "Bro, I gotta move to Finland, man. That sounds like the fucking dream, dude. Everyone just leave me alone." I can just walk around and you can just not talk to anybody or look at anybody. That's actually fucking awesome. So Finland, you got it figured out. Oslo, beautiful city. Man, I'm sorry if I skip a city, but there were just so many, and they were all beautiful in their own way. I will say, Copenhagen, probably the coolest city I've ever been to. Really fucking sick. I loved Copenhagen. Really, really awesome. Just beautiful. It's so walkable, and everyone was happy. Food was awesome. It was gorgeous, man. Yeah. Obviously, everything. I turned 30, and guys, I turned 31. Hold on. Where's Where's a good sound effect for this? I turned 31. Okay, we'll do this one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was me when I turned 31, dude. I did a show on my birthday, May 4th, in Paris. I turned 31 in Paris, dude, and it was awesome, man. It was sick. And the cool thing about Paris is you can, like, smoke cigarettes, and it's, like, fine. It doesn't, like, affect your body or your lungs. Like, it's kind of like a wash. You know, that's, like, the one part of the earth where you can smoke darts all night, and it's, like, fine. So that's what I did, man. I had, like, a bunch of beer, champagne, and I just ripped darts. We did karaoke, dude. It was so fun. So yeah, I'm 31 now. 31 years old. And that show was sick. The funniest, okay, I do have a funny little story that is just we did 2 Berlin shows, okay? 2 shows in Berlin. Same night, 2 shows. First show, it was fun, right? It was fun, but like I was like, energy's like a little like low. I feel like do people hate me or something? So I just felt a little weird after it. And the second one was like even more like low energy. And I was like, well, people, I think I'm bombing right now. Like, this is not good. Like there was one part of the show where I had to be like, guys, what's going on? You know, it was like, I had to like sort of drop the act and be like, guys, what's up? You know? So I left the stage after the Berlin shows and I was like, they hate me. Nobody likes me. I just bombed. And I felt so bad. And then it was so funny because I was in the green room after just like feeling so bad talking about it with Jacob. And then while I was like complaining, you just like not complaining really, just being like, I just don't know. Gave off like a bad energy. Was I being weird or, you know, while I was saying that, the Live Nation representative in Berlin, he like walked into the green room and was like, guys, I've never seen a crowd so excited. I've never seen a crowd here like get so excited for someone. I was like, bro, what? Who? Was it a different theater? What are you talking about, right? And I was like, I don't know. I thought they like hated me. He was like, no, that's like, I guess he was like, that's just like what German people are like. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. So that was really funny. But yeah, dude, it was a blast. Thank you to everybody who came to the shows. It was awesome, man. But now I'm back, dude. Back home. It feels good. Been scripting ever since I got home because I got the itch, man. I got the itch. I got like 3 videos up here that's just been burning fucking holes in my brain that I got to make. And that's how I know they're and then I'm excited for it, and I know that they're going to be, you know, half decent because those are it's just when an idea is in your head and you can't stop thinking about it for weeks, it's like, okay, it's got to have something, right? You know? So yeah, I'm really excited to get to work on those. Yeah, man. Fuck. But yeah, I'm exhausted, man. That was a lot of travel. That was a lot. We did 2 shows in Dublin. I got home. I got to the hotel at like maybe 2 in the morning. And then I had to get up at like 4 in the morning because we had a 6 a.m. flight. And guess if we got to the airport, there was 500 kids in line. They were going on a school-wide field trip. Oh my God. And guess if they're all being so loud and annoying and they didn't know how to do anything. And I had to wait in line, but then we took too long, so they had to rush up to the front. And then we had to get into the terminal. Oh my God, guys! They said boarding now. The ticket on the flight, the ticket that they gave us for our flight after we checked our bags, it says boarding ends at like it was like fucking like 6:15 or something. So we were like, fuck, it was like 6:10. So we were like, fuck, we gotta run. Sprinting. We're all fucking sprinting. We're at a Beth through this fucking Dublin airport. And we finally get to our gate. And it's like, oh no, you gotta take a bus now. And guys, isn't that just the best? There's no greater feeling than running to a gate and being like, oh, man, we finally made it. And they go, oh, no, it's a bus, actually. You have to take a bus. Hey. I only want to take a plane. If I get to the airport, I'm only taking a plane, okay? Don't make me take a fucking bus somewhere. Don't put me on a fucking train. Oh, no, you're here, but you got to take a train to other... Okay, why? Have it all in one place. You know? If I wanted to take a bus, I would have taken a bus somewhere, okay? I'm at the airport. That's for planes. But then finally, okay, fuck it, whatever. Let's get on the bus. We're like, I'm stressed the whole time, but we finally make it. We get on the plane. And then, like, guys, for another 30 minutes, people are just, like, walking, like, moseying onto the plane, like, taking their sweet-ass time. And I'm like, and it's, like, well past when the boarding ends. So I was like, what is that for? You lied to me? You gaslit us so we can sprint through the fucking airport? But, yeah, the kids screamed the entire flight, and they were, like, throwing candy everywhere. And then when we landed, we had to wait 2 hours in the customs line. And then they lost... Cash's bag. So that was a cool day. Yeah, man, tour life, brother. It's pretty glamorous, man. It's pretty glamorous. It's like we do the shows and we're like stoked and excited, and then the rest of the time is like, I'm so tired. You see the TikTok I sent you? Yeah, that's great, man. It was a blast, though. Okay, enough of this shit. Enough of me talking about crap on my podcast, man. We got to talk about we got some shit to discuss, man. We got some topical stuff, dude. What should we talk about first? Oh, dude, this is huge. This is massive, okay? Guys, I don't know if you guys have seen this, but this is official. On the Golden Globes website, okay? Listen to this article, guys. The title of this article. Golden Globes breaks ground with new podcast award. Where's the sound I'm looking for? Do I not have a gasp on here? Okay. I guess I don't have one. But isn't that crazy? I could just make one. Guys, podcasts can now win a Golden Globe. Meaning, I and this podcast, we can win a Golden Globe. Okay? I never used to have like a goal with this podcast. Usually it was just like, I'm just going to have fun on here, you know, shoot the shit for a bit, talk about some weird stuff that's going on. But now I have a goal in mind, okay? I need to win a Golden Globe. Even to just be nominated, dude, that'll get me a Golden Globe right there. Let's read this, okay? Because this is insane. The Golden Globes is adding a new category to its award slate, honoring the best podcast of the year. This new annual category, debuting as part of the 83rd annual event on Sunday, January 11, 2026. Is a landmark inclusion for the Golden Globes by recognizing extraordinary and diverse talents in podcasting. Shut up, dude. The medium has experienced seismic growth. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Okay, what else? As the world of entertainment continues to evolve, we are excited to recognize new forms of storytelling, said Golden Globes President Helen Hohn. Podcasts have emerged as a profound medium for sharing narratives and building communities across global borders generations. This is the top 25 podcasts will qualify for the award with a total of 6 final nominations for the category. Comprehensive eligibility criteria and additional details about best podcasts will be announced in the coming weeks. Okay. So I need to make sure that my podcast is in the top 25 in the world. That's pretty, and that is a little difficult, but dude, as if, dude, because what are the other categories in the Golden Globes? Dude, you're telling me something like Dune Part 2. Search Dune Part 2 on TikTok. Search podcast on goldenglobes.com. You're telling me something like Dune Part 2 or a complete unknown. The Brutalist. You know, A Real Pain, Anora, Challengers, The Substance, Wicked, Inside Out 2. Like, you're telling me all of those can have an award. And then also, like fucking Theo Von sitting down being like, so, Trump, you're kind of like a cool guy. That's the same shit. It is, truthfully, as funny and hilarious as it would be to win a Golden Globe for a podcast, because you can't, like, genuinely, and look, I know a lot of people, podcasts are a true, you know, a lot of people work for, shut up, but, like, also at the same time, you can't, like, I can't picture someone taking that seriously. You know what I mean? If you take that award seriously, you're a fucking dork, I think. Right? That's fucking weird. Because that's not the same. You know how many people it takes to, like, make a film? like just actors, writers, editors, the, like, crew, like, there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people creating, like, new stories and stuff. And podcasts are like, so you ever, like, shit on your balls sometimes? Yeah, so one time I got poop on my balls, and then I came about it. I came on my poop balls. And then if someone said that, and then they're like, thank you so much for the Golden Globe. It's a labor of love. It really is. You know? You shouldn't seriously be, like, proud of a Golden Globe if you win it for a podcast, right? And there's probably some exceptions that people are going to tell me. But in my head, podcasts are just, I'm just thinking about comedy podcasts especially. It's just dudes who are, like, farting around, you know? But that being said, Golden Globes, if you're watching, I'll take a nomination, right? I'd love to be I would love for this to be a Golden Globe nominated podcast. I think that'd be great. It'd be a bad idea to let them give speeches though. Because that would go on for a while. Giving a podcaster a chance to give an acceptance speech. You go up to the microphone and be like, yeah, do you have, like, a chair I can sit in and, like, one of these, like, these mics I can move so I can, like, hold on to the mic every 2 seconds and adjust it? Is that okay? Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, thank you so much for the Golden Globe. I really appreciate it. First off, we got I'm winning another Golden Globe on my Patreon. And you can see my full acceptance speech on my Patreon, and yeah, this episode is sponsored by ZocDoc, man. Yeah, that's gonna be every podcast Golden Globe winner. This episode of Very Really Good is sponsored by ZocDoc. Folks, it's Mental Health Awareness Month, and your mental health is important. And if you've been thinking about therapy, there's no time like the present. But I know, finding the right therapist can be tricky. It's not just about convenience though, right? It's about finding the right fit. Whether you're looking for someone who shares your background or lived experience, or someone who practices a certain type of care, someone who works around your schedule, or someone who's in network with your insurance. And I think most importantly, you want to find a therapist you have good rapport with. The first therapist I ever went to, I mean, I'm sure she's great. great at her job, but just personally, it just wasn't for me. It just wasn't a good fit. You know, if I have a therapist, I would want someone who I feel comfortable talking to, you know, maybe even like joking with and stuff. And that first therapist I got randomly set up with, it just did not make me feel comfortable, which is why I wish I had ZocDoc back then. Whatever it is you look for in a therapist, ZocDoc helps you easily find and book mental health providers based on what matters most to you. In fact, nearly 76,000 mental health appointments are booked on ZocDoc each month. ZocDoc is a free app and website where you can search and compare in-network doctors and click to instantly book an appointment. And with more than 100,000 high-quality doctors, you can find a provider across every specialty, not just mental health, but also dental health to primary care to urgent care and more. You can filter for doctors who take your insurance, are located nearby, are a good fit for any medical needs you may have, and are highly rated by verified patients. You can also filter based on specific preferences, whether that's looking for a specific gender, sexual orientation, languages spoken, availability that fits your schedule, offers virtual appointments, and more. And once you find the right doctor, you can see their actual appointment openings. And then all you got to do is choose a time slot that works for you and click to instantly book a visit. It's that easy. And appointments made through ZocDoc happen fast, typically within just 24 to 72 hours of booking. Heck, you can even score same day appointments if that's what you're looking for. So stop putting off those doctor's appointments and go to ZocDoc.com/veryreallygood to find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today. Again, that's ZocDoc.com/veryreallygood, ZocDoc.com/veryreallygood. All right, thank you so much to ZocDoc for sponsoring this episode and so many others in the past. Back to me. Fuck, that is so funny, man. But yeah, dude, I need your help, guys, okay? When it comes down to, like, you know, Golden Globe nominations, I'm gonna need your support, okay? When it comes to crunch time, I don't know when they pick, but when when I have a firm idea of when crunch time is, we need to work together, okay? We need to get this podcast into the top 25, all right? Because Papa need a Golden Globe, all right? Papa was a Golden Globe. All right, what else? What else can we talk about, man? There's I got two topics. One main one. Oh man, there's actually a lot. What else is going on, dude? Oh, there's a new pope. Speaking of conclave, there's a new pope. Yeah, he's from Chicago. We got a Chicago pope now, dude. And that's pretty cool, right? It's so strange. It's so strange because popes to me are just like these, like, I don't. They seem like from another time, you know. They seem like they should be from like 1000 BC or something, and they're just here now, being like, yeah. So God actually told me to say this. So the fact that there's a pope from Chicago, you know, seems like I feel like a pope should never have like driven on a highway or something. You know what I mean? It's like when you see like an actor in like a period piece and you're like, well, you have like lip filler. So it like looks, you know, it just like looks a little off, right? That's the same thing. Like a pope from Chicago is giving that, you know. It's like, well, you've had like deep dish pizza. You've had a pope. He should survive on gruel or something, right? Not fucking Portillo's hot dogs. You know what I mean? Like St. Patrick's Day at the Vatican? What's that going to be like? Drinking all the friggin' blood of Christ? Man, there's going to be no blood left. Jesus is going to be a fucking husk. Because they do suck the blood out of him. He's in the Vatican. Jesus, and they suck the blood out of him. So look out, man. Because they turn the river green and shit in Chicago. not saying everyone in Chicago is Irish, but that is like a thing they do. That's the first thing I thought of in Chicago. Yeah, it's interesting to think about like an American Pope, you know? Because I didn't even think that was allowed. I truly didn't know that was like a thing that could happen, right? Because in my head, because now I'm thinking like, well, what else? What other options are there, right? Because you imagine like because like this Pope now, he's like, hey, fucking Chicago. We got to go down to fucking Wrigley Stadium. Is that in Chicago? I don't know. But like, think about other like American popes, you know? What if there was like a pope from like Orange County? Yo, dude, like fucking yo, God just hit my line, dude. He said, y'all gotta fucking chill out, man. Yeah, y'all being fucking crazy, man. Long-haired, fucking chill surfer bro pope. Yo, bro. God, why you fucking me with that? Like, fuck, these waves are ass, bro. These are fucking shit waves, bro. Like, I'm getting fucking, like, I'm not getting fucking pitted out there, bro. Yo, yeah, like, fucking, what's up? Dude, him in the box in the like the parade, the Pope parade. What's good? Sup, fools? Yeah, though. He's got a bong in there and shit. Holy water in the bong. Fuck, man. I ate way too much the Eucharist last night, man. Got too high. Or what if there was like a Toronto? Dude, can there be a Toronto Pope? Dude. Yo. Dude, a Toronto Pope. The funny thing is I don't even know what popes do, so I can't really do an impression. But they're just like, yo, fam. The devil's cheesing me, dog. The devil's a waste, man. Yo, you left... What's that Toronto girl say? I forget the fucking quote. We need a Toronto Pope. So bad. Or a small town Ontario Pope. Fuck, man. It's so funny to think about that. So I think I'm actually okay, but now that I've come full circle, I'm okay with an American Pope. Or a North American Pope. Just a North American Pope is very funny. What if instead of Pope, it was called Poop? I'm asking the real questions on here, and that's why we're going to win a Golden Globe. Oh, fuck, what am I at? Because we got one more killer topic to talk about. Yeah, fuck it. Okay. Folks, let's change the subject really quick. Okay. So, a couple episodes ago, we talked about the BookTok boys. Okay, they're like these dudes. They're at like a BookTok like meetup or something, a BookTok convention or something, and they were wearing wings and they were growling. They were like, "Fuck! Oh my god, my penis, my peepness is pooping everywhere. My penis." You know, that's BookTok. Guys growling, being like, "Oh, my balls are peeing. I'm peeing out of my balls." I'm also a vampire peeing out of his balls. That's funny. So that's what we made. And I was goofing on a little bit. The one dude actually responded, and he seemed like he was pretty butthurt. And I did feel bad for a second, but then I was like, never mind. So, but this story relates to this, okay? This is like 4 incredible stories rolled into one, dude. It's like perfect. All right, so let's learn about this. Okay, this is the title of this article. We're going to go through it. A fantasy ball. Actually, you know what? No, sorry. I'm very rusty. I'm sorry. We're going to watch the TikTok about this first because it gives you a nice summary. Let me just record my screen here. Okay. When you're going to a bookish fantasy theme ball, and this is what you get. Dude. Just nothing. There's nothing there. There's like some petals. Oops. Hold on. Yeah, there's like some petals on the table and like some books, and like they're just in like an empty room. Dude, so funny. So, and then there's an article about this that we're going to find out more about this. So, these authors were sold a romantasy convention. Instead, they got the Fire Festival of the book world. A fantasy ball in a barren gray convention hall, no chairs for a panel, inside a disastrous romantasy event. Okay, this composite image shows footage from 3 TikTok videos of the A Million Lives Book Festival, a Baltimore, Maryland book convention garnering comparisons to Firefest after attendees reported no decoration for a $250 fantasy ball. No DJ and audience members having to sit on the ground for a panel. Holy fuck. Okay, imagine getting dressed up in your finest for a fantasy-themed ball, only to find yourself standing on the concrete floor of a massive, nearly empty convention hall, decorated only with a few rose petals. Yeah, it's like at that point, don't even do the rose petals, you know? That just like makes it worse. Because it's like, that's all you really did. It's honestly more respectful if you're just like, fuck it, none of that. Welcome to A Million Lives Book Festival. What was billed as a romantasy BookTok convention for indie authors and book fans is now being compared to infamous event flops like Fire Festival and DashCon. Dude, okay, I want to look up like their like advertising for it. Okay. People are already making YouTubes about it. I just said YouTubes, man. I generally just said YouTubes. Baltimore, Maryland, May 2nd to 3rd. Who's the fucking crazy assholes who made this? Archer Fantasy Events. Oh, dude, and the reef. Oh, my God. Holy fuck. Hello, Baltimore. Hello, Baltimore, bro. Bro, you're not in Hairspray. Bro is not in Hairspray. You get it? Okay, yeah, I'm trying to find what they're actually, like, advertising. They post so fucking much about it, dude. I'm trying to find their first post. Like, holy fuck, guys. They post about it so much. Okay. Are you looking for the perfect... This is from their official Archer Fantasy Events. This is from the official post. Are you looking for the perfect gift for the book lovers in your life? Get them tickets to A Million Lives Book Festival. Discover a world of books, meet your favorite authors, and grow your bookish community. Whether you're a bookworm, a book dragon, what the fuck, or simply looking for a fun event, this festival is perfect for everyone. Explore a vendor hall with authors from a wide range of genres, from fantasy and romance to mystery and dark romance. Engage in with other book lovers, attend insightful panels, and participate in our content creation room. Hold up. Pause. Don't miss out on this incredible gathering of literary minds. Okay. Yeah, they had the right idea. Now back to the article here. Some authors say they're out thousands of dollars after carting books and merchandise to Baltimore, Maryland for the event, which was held May 2nd to 3rd at the Baltimore Convention Center, and not being able to recoup the costs. Yeah, VIP tickets at $250 each? That's insane. Percy J., who writes romance and fantasy books, called it the Willy Wonka experience, but with books. Yeah, true. I forgot about that. Fuck. Yeah, this is like the Willy Wonka one, but instead of like families, it's just like BookTok people. And I gotta imagine BookTok people they probably had their expectations like way higher, because they said they used AI pictures to advertise it to make it seem like cooler than it's going to be, right? Which is just always cool. Very, very pro book, very pro artist and author. I'm not finding any proof of that really, but also, what the fuck is up with these fucking book titles, man? A Court of Thorns and Rose, a Storm of Mist and Monsters, a Hole of Poop and Pee, a helmet, a helmet of betrayal and deceit. Okay, is this what it looks like? Okay, that doesn't look that bad. But like still, it's like I've been to like card shows that look like this, like trading card shows or like sports card shows that are just tables of, but like the dudes at those events, they don't give a fuck about what it looks like. They just care about like what's there, you know? Because also card shows are the one stinkiest dudes ever. Guys that are just like farting, and they're like 65 years old and just like, I have that one. Is that a Sidney Crosby card? I have that one, but it's better and it's at my house. It's like, okay. So, and they don't really care, but like this, I mean, if you're a BookTok person, even if you're especially sold this, like, you advertise this like really cool event, it's just like, and then you show up to this and it's like, oh, it's just like, this is a big weird bookstore, I flew out for this. The author, who is from Texas, said, I planned my pregnancy around this event like a clown. Oh, no. You planned your pregnancy around this? Like a clown? I've never seen a pregnant clown. So what the hell are you talking about? You know why you never see a pregnant clown? Because they've always got rubbers on them. It was a balloon joke, but also a condom joke. Yeah, how do you plan your pregnancy around this? You're getting busy with your husband, and he's about to friggin' pee out of his balls into you, and then you're like, wait, no, don't. The convention. He's like, oh yeah, sorry. All right, organizer apologizes for events issues. Grace Willows, the organizer behind Archer Management, posted a video statement through her event planning company's TikTok page on the weekend, apologizing for the ball being not set up to standards. Ooh, let's see that. Hold on. Wait. Okay, I'll start that again.
Hi everybody, I am wanting to issue a formal apology. I do understand that the ball tonight was not set up to standards. There were a lot of issues with getting set up and it was not set up well. I want to apologize. If you would like a refund, please contact me and I will issue a refund immediately. Thank you.
All right, she kind of just said like the most basic shit you could have said, but I mean, what else could you, I mean, there's nothing else to say really, but I don't know. We take full responsibility for the way that AML was handled. The latest statement reads with a remix of Nirvana's Smells Like Teen Spirit playing in the background. What the fuck? We are doing refunds for every attendee, author, and vendor. Yeah, like, what did they expect? was going to happen. And what's there to do? Well, I am genuinely curious what there is to do at a book convention. You all just like, no, I guess you could talk about the books, right? But to me, it's just like you're just going to go there and like read or something, right? But now I'm picturing, because I'm actually reading the Stormlight Archive right now. I'm on book 3. I'm reading Oathbringer. I just started Oathbringer this morning, actually. And if I was like going to a convention specifically for like the Stormlight Archive, you know, I'm like, yeah, maybe I could go there and buy some like fan art or something if I wanted to, or it'd be cool to hear the authors, I guess. But it's just like, what else? You know, like you're just buying books. You could just go anywhere for that, really. But I don't know. Maybe because I think they just needed to up the pedal budget. You know what I mean? Because what I'm seeing on here, what I'm seeing on the table is like there's like one rose pedal, and then like 6 inches in between, and then another rose pedal. If this place was covered in rose petals, I feel like they would have been fine. I feel like everyone would have been like, pretty cool, you know? Looks pretty colorful, you know? They kind of fucked up, man. They went overboard on their table and chairs budget. Could have more rose petals, man. Issues range from panels starting late to authors not being given badges and the promised swag bags not being delivered. Man, that sucks. Also, I don't know how much swag is really going on at this BookTok convention. Oh, dude. Fucking got him. One panel on audiobooks took place with panelists and attendees all seated on the carpet. There were no chairs designated for the panel. Nice. Well, that's fine. You sit crisscross applesauce. Nothing wrong with that, right? More than 100 authors, vendors, and audiobook narrators were listed as attending on Archer management websites. Authors paid a $150 U.S. table fee. Dang. That's a lot of money. Just check my math here. 100 times 150. It's 15 grand. So you're making 15 grand from just the authors. And then you're getting the tickets from, like, you could have bought so many rose petals, man. Okay. Tickets for attendees range from $50 to $250, with only the priciest tier providing entrance to the Fantasy Ball. Only around 30 people came through the vendor hall on the first day. Oof. And while the first day was exclusive to VIP ticket holders, the second day wasn't much busier. USA around 80 guests showed up. The promised content creation room was an empty conference room and closed on Saturday. That's so funny. But the biggest disappointment for attendees was the Fantasy Ball. I've got a Fantasy Ball right here for you. Attendees found themselves stranded in a massive gray room, barren except for a few long tables with fake rose petals scattered on top. There was a cash bar, a small table with desserts, and a single Bluetooth speaker propped on a chair to play music. Holy fuck, that's so funny. I wish I went to this, man. Like a fucking, like, house party. No, I've seen house parties with better sound systems than that, dude. People showed up dressed to impress, tried to make the best of it. Oh, man. Oh, no. Okay, this person said she was invited 18 months ago as a featured author for the event. So it was in the works for 18 months? And that's all you could do? The organizer promised to put these authors up at a nearby Hilton hotel, but said this was changed just days before the event to the Days Inn across the street. Oh my god, dude. I feel so bad for the authors, man, and the people who bought tickets to go to this, but the popularity of the romantasy subgenre, along with online communities like BookTok, has meant more of these conventions cropping up to provide opportunities for indie authors to meet their peers and readers in person. But authors have to print their own books in the hopes that they'll make enough sales to make it worth it. Yeah, damn. Yeah, they don't have the resources of like being, having like the publisher and stuff if they're just independent. So if these authors are promised this like convention where tons of people are going to come that are fans of that genre, then they're just fucking. It not over fucks over the people who bought tickets, but the people who are like trying to make a living with their artwork. Sales were minimal for authors like Caitlin Burkhart, who publishes under the name C.A. Burkhart. We did bring physical copies to this event, and we did not sell much of anything. Only days earlier, she had been excitedly posting the time she would be signing books during the event. But the festival kept at least one promise, fostering friendships. Authors have since banded together to boost the work of their peers who tabled the event. I just wish it was a meetup and not a paid thing that we all lost money on. Yeah, damn, dude. That just goes to show you, man. You got to do your friggin' research. If you go to a book a book convention or any convention really, because it's crazy how you can just anyone can just do like host one of these. Anyone can just be like, yeah, I'm doing a convention, and you can buy tickets. Like anyone can just do that, which is pretty wild. But also at the same time, anybody can start a podcast, and now you can get a Golden Globe for that. So it's a crazy time we're living in, man. And I can't wait to accept my Golden Globe. Tears streaming down my face. Yeah, it's going to be a good day. But guys, you know what? I think that'll wrap it up. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Very good to be back. And if you want more, very, really good, check on out the very, really good Patreon, okay? I'm recording a bonus episode literally right now after this is done. So, yeah, go check it out. Like and comment all that bullshit. Subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.